No shorts, no shorts. I'm 2 minutes late, but no shorts. Let's set up our coordinates. One 5 8 at 1. Unstoppable. Coordinates. The first one was 15882. One 5.8 158.8. 5 minutes. First 5 minutes closed. One 5853. Four. We are hovering above the opening range gap. We have a gap in the opening. That would be, this is the previous day close, the new day open, and where we opened here 9:30. This is the gap on the regular trading hours. This is 132 points gap. We are hovering over because the first 15 minutes hasn't closed yet. Did we or did we not take out this liquidity? No shorts, obviously. And there we go. Don't want to short it. We are above the previous day's opening range consequent encroachment, which wasn't filled yesterday. Was filled, but we came back down. In any sense, no shorts. In any sense, no shorts. When I say no shorts, that doesn't mean go ahead and buy. That means make a good case for longs, or either sit on your hands and do nothing. What the market? Yes, we are in a fast market. Means that means only and only one thing. Let's just first this candle close. Let it close first. Then we'll make some assumptions. The first 15 minutes is about to close in 4 minutes. The volume imbalance this candle should close above the volume imbalance, and the volume imbalance should support it. The next 15 minutes, that would be 10 o'clock. We want it to stay above the volume imbalance for till 10 o'clock. That would be a good case for the bulls. And should find support above the volume imbalance. Right around the price would be nope. Half a minute till the first 15 minutes close. The first 15 minutes closed. This is the new 15 minutes candle. We want this candle to stay above this volume imbalance. Then we can make a good case for the bulls. Ideally, this 10 points range a little bit lower. One 15906, 15906. This should support price. No shorts. No shorts. We want this candle to close, this 15 minutes candle to close where? We want this candle to close above the volume imbalance, for the 4 hours to close above this volume imbalance. This is the last 15 minutes of the 4 hours candle, and I don't want it to go below this volume imbalance. Tomorrow is NFP and I'm not expecting much precision. We can go down into the range. We are back at the opening range gap on the regular trading hours. This volume imbalance should support price. I am not taking really not interested in shorts right now. This can go down for a standard deviation or two for a good case for the bulls, but not shorts. I'm not interested in shorts. This 4 hours candle is about to close and we are going down, and this would put us back into the range. Last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes. Back to the 15. These two white lines represent the monthly volume imbalance. $9.50, and we have gone down. The volume imbalance was a good case for the bulls, but NFPs. This is the NFP week, Thursday and Friday, but still I would not prefer shorts, whatever the case. Even if we go below this or close below this, I'm not preferring shorts now. If I get an entry for a bullish entry, I would enter. Hey, how are you? It's okay. I don't really, in a sense, what do you say? This is just me sharing my screen. I don't want to be such influencer or anything. Mario? No intro, no outro, just the way it is. So I'm just sharing my screen, showing the precision because it's too good to keep it to myself now. No shorts. You were there in the last live stream yesterday, right? The camis. No shorts. Wait. We are back. We are back. The good case for the Bulls. now we can expect a good bullish scenario. We want just the last 7 minutes of this candle, this 4 hours candle, to close above this. Then we can make a good case for the bulls. In any sense, in any case, no what? No shorts. Last 6 minutes. Sir, I don't trade like that. अरे वो सिंह साहब, मैं वैसे ट्रेड नहीं करता. सत श्री अकाल जी. Ah, no shorts, no shorts. This can gyrate around, but it's still in a transitioning phase, which I use the word no man's land. That's the case. So we'll let it settle down. There's only one case, good case I can make, that's for the bulls, or otherwise I would sit on my hands for this candle to close above. You want a free funded account? You want a free funded account, things up. Phase 2 loss of 130. Can you help me pass it? Then how did you pass the phase 1? If you're not so sure of your strategy right now, so how did you pass phase 1? That's the case now. And even if you pass the second phase, I can help. I am doing what I can. I can silver bullet. So why are you doubting your strategy then? Silver bullet actually works. Like, this is not something maybe by luck. No. It's not luck. That's the system. You might think of it as luck, but that's not luck. That's somebody's hard work, understanding, observation, which he has given to you. For him, it's not luck. It's hard work. For you, it may be luck because you don't trust it, or you. So it's subjective too. You have to trust your system and sticking to it. Even if you pass the second phase, now, how would you make money off of it? That would really put you in a very bad situation. No shorts, no shorts. 3 minutes till the 4 hours close. यार मैं पाकिस्तान से हूँ भाई. Just the next 3 minutes and we bulls are good to go, then we would be looking for that. Oh, Mario, what are you asking? How did you come up with the market range? It's the market, Mario. I already told you that there are three systems overlapped to each other. The main essence is I'm using the crux of the system for the ICT is the power of 3. I'm using the power of 3 within the power of 3 within the power of 3. For example, this blue line represents the monthly candle close. I'm just using the close because whenever the candle closes, there is not much gap. If there's a gap, we use it as the volume imbalance. But the closes are important more than the open. So we use the NVOG as the close, previous week close and the new week open. So basically we are using the weekly candle. So this blue line represents, let me go to the higher time frame. Watch it carefully now. This was the previous month's close and the new month open. So there would be a gap. And I'm using it as the MMOG. Using the same logic as the NVOG, MDOG, MVOG. What is the logic goes further into? MMOG. This is the close price of the previous month. So we are using the previous month. Look how it gyrates around it. And this black line represents the weekly candle. This black line represents the previous week's close. So that would be the new week opening gap. This was the close, this was the open. So we would, when it's, what do you say, when it's relative or when it's, you want it as a target, you can make the whole gap and pull it across. So that is the power of 3 in the weekly, the monthly, and the daily. This is the daily candle. That would be your NDOG. So for ICT, I'm using inversion fair value gaps, the volume imbalance, the monthly volume imbalance is the most important. You can watch any of my stream. It's the price magnet, nothing else. Other volume imbalance can be used, but temporary use. Singh Saab, you can ask me anything you want. I'm here just about every day. I'm just being consistent with the stream for the last a week. You can ask me anything. I'll make sure if I know, I'll tell you. So no shorts, no shorts, no shorts. We are, it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, the 4 hours closed right at the consequent encroachment of the monthly volume imbalance. That doesn't get us in a good spot, but we are still not shorting it. That means I can make a good case or a good risk to reward scenario for the buys, but I'm not shorting it. And yeah, Mario, I was answering your question. The next thing, that was the ICTs, this is the volume imbalances and everything. Then this boxes comes up. This is what I have refined and I've built from my observation of the market. This is just how the real market works. This is the trend basically. This green box which I've written the market, and this is the 15 minutes trend, and this is the green box is the 4 hours, the higher time frame trend. The 15 minutes represents red. So that means we are still bearish on the 15 minutes, but not on the 1 minute. So watch how even this box, which I have not drawn out in the chart right now, I'm using this same logic for no shorts or no longs. For example, this is red. This is red. This is green. We are still bullish on the 4 hours and higher time frame, but not on the 15 minutes time frame. But if we go down to the 1 minute time frame, I'm saying that we are bullish. So it overlaps. one over the other, over the other, for the other. So it, whenever you use, it gets complex, but you have, matlab, in a sense, you can know everything. You have to be that precise. Or it's not necessary. You can just use the silver bullet. No shorts. Still no shorts. Singji, you can take what you get from. You can read in my description. This is what I've handwritten, not something random. Read my description. I'm exactly doing what I'm saying. You'll understand where I'm coming from. The description of the video. We are absolutely now up, can be expected. Please, please don't take my word like literally. Things I'm not saying you to buy or sell it. Just take what you get. Okay, I'm just warning you from one side. Cutting off one side makes a good case for the other, but you have to frame a good risk to reward. No short. This is why. I'm way more comfortable with things up. But it's like the Mario doesn't understand what I'm saying, so it's for, I'm using the NASDAQ now. Exactly, Mario. And I don't see much Indians or Pakistanis trading the NASDAQ or anything, so what's the point if I talk to myself in Hindi or English? Urdu, basically. No shorts. One thing is for sure, if you are using the NASDAQ, na, symmetry is, this is symmetry. The bull flag or the bear flag really good works. If even if I'm using very complex things or anything, I'll always see these things play out, and it's like I could have just drawn a line or something. I don't know. I have, Mario, you tell me, haven't I told already enough what's gonna happen? And this is enough for a stream. I cannot just give call outs or place a boxes. Whenever I place a box, somebody is trading, so it's not good. Please do not wait for me to trade. I will exactly tell you what's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen. I'm trading alongside with it. It puts me in a much more pressure if I place a box somewhere around here or anything. You'll so it's 9-7. This blue line represents the previous month's close. Watch how precise it gets. Please do not. Okay, never fear the speed of the market, whatever the speed may be. Never fear or never be afraid of the speed. It's gonna do what it is supposed to do. The speed is what gets everybody shit themselves. Hey, Singh, there's only one thing I'm gonna say. Okay, it's Thursday. Tomorrow is NFP. I cannot make. This is a bullish scenario for sure. Okay, not making a bearish scenario, but these are not favorable conditions to trade in. I would, if I were you, I would trade on Monday, Tuesday. Just take a break, man. You don't seem like you seems in a rush. It's never a good thing. Hey man, take your time. There's no time limit to the challenge. Chill out. Yes, yes. Don't want to trade in these long wicks now. Sure, sure. If you want to ask anything, please. Watch out this. No, no, no forex. If you're just trading the NASDAQ, stick to the NASDAQ. You see what's going on? We're failing to go above this opening range gap. Once we go above, close above, we can then make a good case for the bulls, but still no shorts. It's 10-11. Hey Mario, you remember yesterday when we were here? Right? Something very interesting happened. I watched the ICT video. You and I took the same trade as ICT, but he was targeting this point. But I was, oh, I was targeting that, but that was the safe haven, right? I told you kids should not go below this point. That would negate the whole idea of going, or the safe haven would be destroyed. The moment it came below, na, it went straight back to that green box. It was somewhere around here. And after that, I told you, okay, if it goes below, it would go into the no man's land. That was the no man's land. Then I gave a call out on the Cami stream to know that was the whole point. Okay, no longs, but in a, what do you say? No longs, but in no man's land. So you're pulling one leg off. It went back to that. That wasn't supposed to happen, really. That is the unnatural move. This all was garbage, basically. Orchestrated. This is why no shorts. Hmm. We are above the opening range gap. The best case happened when we failed to go below this point. Now this is the next candle. I want this candle 4 hours. It will take time, obviously. I'm not gonna be here, but this candle should close above this monthly volume imbalance. Then we can expect to maybe forcefully enter this weekly fair value gap. When, I don't know. Once I said no longs, in a sense, no shorts, then you can make a case for the using the entry techniques, using any indicator basically. You have the trend right, you can use fair value gaps, any indicator to enter for a good risk to reward ratio. Boom. Might come back to the this week's open and walk. Would be now that it is relevant, previous week's close, the new week open, the gaps represented by the same color for recognition. 15, it's already 15. One five one four nine. This candle hasn't delivered to the downside. Watch out. Then 15 minutes candle. This is the new 15 minutes candle. Gone straight up. Hasn't even gone below. Hasn't delivered to the downside yet. Now it has. Never fails. Obviously, it never fails because watch 90% of them have both sides to it. Mario, if you have a target in mind, doesn't mean you will get a good risk to reward. Frame it as you please. Okay, let's get more specific, more specific, more specific. 159, 159, 159, 111, 159, 111. This is a single standard deviation of this whole move. Not fib, not the standard deviation. I'm using the word standard deviation. For example, this box is somehow on a 1 minute. You know where this I got this from? I never trusted these lines. I've watched Patrick na day in and day out working with these, and I really thought it does not work on the Dow Jones. There must be something about ES and the NASDAQ symmetry. So turns out it is. The NASDAQ and the ES has this symmetry where they have, like, you can draw a 45 for just an angle for the breakout. Market maker. This was the yesterday's gap. 4.10. We went below, bouncing off of this yesterday's gap. I was all of this time I was screaming no shorts, no shorts. How much one could have framed a good risk to reward in this. Risk to reward, why do I keep repeating the risk to reward? Because lot size differs when you have a good risk to reward. So framing a good risk to reward with a, well, okay, you guys already know, you guys trade on 1 minute 50% or 5 points, so 70 points must be good now. We're about to fill out the previous day's opening range gap. Since all you need is an opening range gap, the power of 3. If you watch me I didn't change anything in my system. There's nothing much more complex except these boxes. Uh, you just need power of 3, or this system I'm using the ICT. You don't need anything else basically. With I've studying ICT throughout my time trading, but this is the crux essence of everything. The market itself, everybody is pointing out to the same thing. Code content or no shorts. From the basics. What do you mean by how long have you been trading things up? सिंह जी कितना साल हो गया? 1 year. Hmm. Just stay focused. Stick to it. Went from lead to retail logic. Came to ICT. ICT is the new retail logic. It's not even the system, it's the interpretation of the system. Most of the times, when I get something, in a sense, some target, if I have a target in my mind and my system is saying something else, I would interpret it in a way that in hindsight I was like, if fuck man, I would have just shorted it or bought long. Why would I, you know, इतना एम्फेसिस क्यों किया टारगेट के ऊपर? सिस्टम वो कह नहीं रहा था. तो it's the interpretation of the system itself. You already have a very excellent system, that's silver bullet. It's, if you frame it with a good bias, everything will, you know, make sense. ICT gave everything for to make a good risk to reward case for a trade, but the missing puzzle piece, or you can say the chemical X, was the bias itself. I've never seen, in a sense, anything in his teachings which indicates a bias. That's why everybody who learns ICT doesn't get much profits. It's not that profitable. For example, if I'm using the ICT and I was saying no longs, no shorts, okay? So there we go. This was the fair value gap. Watch how precisely it worked out. है ना? है कि नहीं? अब now this fair value gap is being used. So yeah, interpretation means I don't want this fair value gap to get how consequent encroachment got respected. If we go up 5 minutes on a 5 minute chart, watch out, huh? 5 minutes out. This is the handshaking moment. If you get into too much depth, you will see handshaking what ICT is referred to. There was a gap which got closed. Now this is another 5 minutes fair value gap, which might get tagged somewhere around in future, or may not. May or may not. So ICT would say, okay, if 3PD array breaks, the next step is my ass. This is what he means in a sense. If he's framing a narrative within a PD array, first a volume imbalance got disrespected, he'll say, okay, this is what I'm assuming he might do in his private time. Okay, so one PD array breaks, the volume imbalance, the fair value gap, and some order blocks get disrespected. He closed the trades. Watch how it played out. I'm not gonna everything temporary everything temporary on my chart would be represented by the yellow box. The gaps are the blue. This is the temporary. What is the time? Okay, this is the same logic I'm gonna use if whenever I'm streaming. This is the same logic you will see in my every stream. Now is about 10:29. 10:29 at 10:30. 10:30. The theory is at 10:30 we already have the high or the low of the day established. Okay, you see this, we already have the high or the low of the day established. What does that even means? It means that after the 10:30 the market 80 to 70% of the time, this is the logic or the theory, is it will move up in a direction, not go below. For example, now that we are not taking a short, we are not interested in shorts, so I would be taking longs retracement into it up. Okay, we already would have, this would be the low of the day. This is, I'm not saying, I'm just giving an example, right? This would be the low of the day, or that would be the low of the day. 9:30 opening, this would be the low of the day. We already have that established at 9:30. If it was coming down and we were bearish, we would say that that would be the, for example, that would have been the high of the day at this point, so we would have sold into the retracement. This doesn't happen every time, but something interesting always happens at 10:30. So there we go, this got respected. This is what the L. Brooks says as the 18th bar. Sure, I trade every day, bro. Sometimes I do live streams, sometimes I'm just. This is the 10:30. 10:30, then, and also the new 15 minutes candle opened. The most good thing happened was that we are above the volume imbalance. That is what I'm using for the higher time frame. Now we will go up. Probably whenever I say something, I jinxed it. So let's not go ahead of ourselves. In any scenario, I would not short it. Absolutely not short. Mario, how did your trade go? Hmm. Singh, are you using the US 100 or the futures? Not sure about the pricing. Okay, so you are saying that 15936.8, which is a fair value gap. Fair value gap on the 5 minutes. The lower fair value gap, the upper fair value gap. This is the first fair value gap. The bigger one. If it comes down, then it's a big if. Yeah. And we are at the close to the new week opening gap where we bounced off yesterday and got it shat itself then. What's it came, touched it, and 1 minute. We are back at that point, close to it. I'll mark since nobody knows if it gonna work or not. I would bet the farm on it if I knew. A gazillionaire. You can just take an educated guesses, but my guess is gonna be presumably more good because I've back tested it. So see, having a bias is good and everything, but framing a good risk to reward needs precision ICT. For example, the consequent encroachment, for example, that would have a 7-point stop. See, framing a good risk to reward is really the key. Market structure shit. Market structure shift. Oh no. Oh please no. Oh, come on. Bro, don't trade like that. All of these things, when you hang around and trade for a while, will be in the back of your head, but you would not prioritize them to frame a narrative. You would obviously see something happening, but you would not prioritize it or to make a case to go long or short based on that. Because the market is built to prime you. Whenever it primes you, whenever you're using too much of, in a sense, candlestick to frame a narrative or a bias, the candles will have the effect on your mind. So I don't know if it's gonna make sense for you or not. Bro, just hang around, you'll see a logic, recurring logic happening over and over and again. I'm using most of the tools as everybody else, but interpretation is different. So most people are using the NVOGs, NDOGs, probably not this blue line, the MOG, but and fair value gaps. But is everybody profitable? What indicator name? I'm using just two indicators. The power of 3, this candle represents the daily candle. This is a daily candle. Whenever you plot this daily candle, you would have this previous day close, the whole day's range. So previous day close is the end dog, right? This is the end dog now. Give and take 10 points up, 10 points down, but you want your chart to be clean, right? So this is the end dog. When it becomes relative, you can draw something here like this and drag it across. And you are aiming for that point, you can just do that. Now it's not relevant, but it's in my sight. So this is the daily candle. And same goes with the weekly candle. I'm using this. See that? Now it's relevant, so I've drawn it across. This is the close prices. So this is the other indicator I'm using just to plot the close prices. Nothing else. Previous month's close, previous week's close. The interpretation really matters because you have to plot it like the thinnest would represent the weekly. The colors also tells me something. Everything is organized and arranged. It took me a really long time to really understand the system. Having a system is one thing, but interpretation is really, really, really necessary for you to make money. So it's 10:43. 10:43. See how at even at the start of the stream when we started, I said no longs, no longs, because I saw that happening. I really never seen anybody except ICT do these things. So the one standard deviation for this would be 15946.8, 15946.1. In a sense, Abhi, how do I learn this concept? Go ahead and backtest, nothing else. Have never ever taken anybody's word for anything, really. Maybe it's because of the ego or anything, but really, I never listened to anything. Just backtest, bro. Nobody's opinion really matter, not even mine. Go ahead and backtest. Have a framework in mind that such and such is gonna happen, so that would be a considered win, assumed win, and that would be not. So go ahead, backtest. The more you backtest, if the system is profitable, okay, if the system is profitable, you'll have more confidence. You'll not need anybody's advice, and you will get a good risk to reward, because when the market is coming down or up very aggressively, right, at that point, mm, you're looking for somebody to give you a confirmation and anything that really delays you not get a good entry. If you have your own system and you trust it, you would just blindly jump in when you are supposed to, not what you feel. And the more you backtest, you'll realize a lot of things. Okay, there was war, there was this, that, and the other. We would have a million reasons, but if it's a strategy that works, it would work, regardless of whatever the system, whatever the year it might be. If I were trading in 2008, I would have profited shit ton of money, like really shit ton of money. Even in the 2000s, I've backtested it. The Dow Jones, I've backtested it from 1950s, candle by candle. So I have to be passionate about it. Okay, so I use the silver just to pass by and it suit me. Didn't suit me so much. The proper roadmap. With the proper roadmap. Just, bro, you just have to trade, bro. The more mistakes you do, the more you learn. The more emotional responses you elicit. But you have to be very cautious about it, because never be afraid to make a mistake, but don't make the same mistake again. That is stupidity. So if you're afraid to make a mistake, you won't do anything. So this is the only thing you have traded only 1 year. If you hang around for a year and two, you will understand what I'm saying. Where to learn power of three. Power of 3. Okay, watch how this is the whole concept. Watch how this candle forms. 15 minutes, 13 seconds into it. This is the whole concept. I'm using it in higher and higher and higher time frames. 5 seconds remaining. 3. This is the next candle is gonna open. Move up. Move down. This is the open, previous candle close. This is the new candle open, moving down. This would be the Amara NVOG or NDOG or MOG, whatever it may be. First it moved up. See? So this is the power of 3. It moves to the wrong direction, then to the right direction, and you just overlap in time frames. For example, if you overlap the same concept on a monthly time frame, watch how it moved up, then down, then up. There you go, brother. You have learned the what power of 3. This is a simple concept. It's not some woo-woo or okay, you have to properly learn or you have to have a dig. No, bro. Watch the new candle open. It went up, went down. The countdown. Watch the countdown. This was the previous close. This is the new candle open. So that would be the NDOG and MOG. So gyrates around the NDOG and MOG. And in an intraday time frame, if you overlap the daily candle with the regular trading hours candle, you would the things you would find just would be amazed. See, it moved down, then it moved up, then it moved down. But if you extend it into the weekly, so that is what you say that the Monday is usually the wrong move of the week. Well, obviously, this is the new candle open, right? Check karna. The Monday, that was Monday, right? This is Tuesday, for example. So, see? So if you are using the same logic in a weekly time frame, you would say Monday would be the wrong move of that was Monday. So we have come to Wednesday, halfway there. The same goes with the monthly candle. Watch how both of these candles didn't deliver to the upside. That was the turtle soup. Like, it's not a concept made by anything. It's how the market moves, and people have observed it. And for our perception to understand, we have named it and turned it into a language. We don't live in the basically the real world. We live in the world of language, the world of perception. Just see the things for what it is. You'll realize a lot of things. Now this the new 30 seconds into the 1 minute next candle. Okay, this. Even a bit it moved down. And if you go back into the 2000s or 1980s, you'd see even on a daily candle, you won't see most of the candles won't have delivery to the both sides. It wasn't necessary. So you can imagine what happens on a 1 minute chart. Everybody could have made money then. After 2000s, it get tighter and tighter. Singh Saab, I hope you understand. This is all there is. If you want to waste your time more on it, you can. But this is the whole concept. Do you trade prop firm or brother? I trade my own money, other people's capital, and prop firms. But most of the good prop firms have fucking banned Pakistan, so I don't really care. Can do this day in and day out. Even after the evening session, I'm watching it giving call outs. So the standard deviation 15954 954. This is gauge. This is not an entry, nothing. This is just a gauge. Okay, I think this is enough. I would really not uh, suggest you to go short. Even if it gives a good setup, I would not go short. So the only short, the only buys or a good retracement that can be expected is to this consequent encroachment, the key levels. Opening range gap encapsulates the end dog. Keep in mind, because it has its previous day's close, so there would be the end dog somewhere around here. It encapsulates a lot of things. So opening range gaps is the most important concept you can use from ICT on regular trading hours. Two daily candles are overlapped onto each other before the New York Open and after the New York Open. Everybody gets fucked. So you have to plot these on your charts. Even after weeks, it can get a good reaction out of these. So to if it really has a good retracement now, it will come down to this on a good retracement. For example, as I said, we already have the high or low of the day. On a very good retracement, interested point of interest would be somewhere around here, above at this point. Mm. 0.75 standard deviation. It's 1058. Yeah, I would stream tomorrow probably, but I wouldn't be trading tomorrow. Hey, I remember you. Did you saw the ICT video in which he said, "This is why I don't trade on the NFPs, the week NFV week." We took a same trade on that one. But I had a different criteria for where it would be not valid. That circle. It's an 8 minute video. You'll be really surprised where we like it was the same logic we were using. The opening range gap, he put a stop loss, and right after that point of the turtle soup. No, 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 no. Mario, if you hang around, na, so you will see a lot of consistency with the system, but interpretation would go wrong. So I don't see if somebody is a real trader, na, he would say, okay, 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 things have changed. He might have said which has gone wrong, but he has not lost money on that. He flipped, or in a sense, he that wasn't filling his criteria, so he hasn't lost money. And even if you think about it, he could have made money on that, not on the calls he did. Right around, like in the sense, yesterday the daily range shifted right to the downside. I saw it was shifting, but I already have said no longs or no shorts. You see, you can see what's is going on, but the thing you already uttered out of your mind is out of your control, and it's a human thing. So, if it makes sense, I don't know if does it make sense for you what I've said. What I said is static, right? The market is dynamic, and I can see what's going on through the market mechanics, the dynamicy of the market. But I said what I said is like get into the people's head and they stick to it. So his system works. You cannot say when you back test na, you really do not care about anybody's opinion. Volatility index. Dow Jones. So it's 11 o'clock. Okay, guys. See ya.